Have you ever watched a football match and instantly give you an idea for your next piece of art? Because that's exactly what's happened after the World Cup final. If you've been following this series, you'll know I've been drawing some of the biggest names from the tournament. I've drawn Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, and recently, Lamine Yamal. And after watching the final, there's just one more player I wanted to draw next, Ferran Torres, the man who scored the winning goal and helped Spain become World Cup champions. Now, if you've watched my previous Yamal video, you'll know I was still pretty damn gutted about England going out in the finals. I just wanted to see another England-Spain final after everything that happened after Euro 2024. And when England were knocked out, it definitely made me feel pretty gutted, if I'm honest. But football has a funny way of changing your attitude. England still had one more game to play, and it was the third place playoff, and it was absolutely chaotic in a good way. 9 goals, and it was pretty good to see the sportsmanship and help them receive that third place medal. It definitely made me feel a lot better after England's World Cup had ended. But then came the final, and I'll be honest, I was definitely supporting Spain. I thought they were the better team of the day. I thought Argentina were using some pretty dirty tactics. They were looking frustrated, needless aggression, and definitely compared to the third place playoff where it was really good natured. There was no diving, it was just loads of goals, everyone was having a good time. The final just seemed needless aggression, and their behaviour definitely crossed the line. It just felt the emotions were the better of them, and for me, Spain definitely deserved to win the trophy, and I'm glad they did. And then Ferran Torres stepped up and scored the goal that settled it. So the moment that will definitely be remembered, and something that he can remember for all of his life. And that's when I thought this had to be the final portrait of this series. So like most of my portraits, everything starts a simple pencil sketch, nothing too exciting at this stage. Using the grid whilst drawing my portraits can help me get some proportions right before I commit to the ink. And it's not actually cheating, it just makes life a little bit easier. A lot of past artists use grids within their portrait artwork, getting the eyes, nose and mouth in the right place. And then the portraits start taking shape. At this stage, I'd love to know what you think. Can you already tell it's Ferran Torres? Or are you still not convinced? Let me know down in the comments. I'm always interested to hear whether you think the likeness is coming through before all the colour gets added. Or what do you think of the final artwork when we get there? Once I was happy with the pencil work, it was time to use the Winsor Newton brush marker pens again. And yes, it still stinks. If you watch my Lamine Yamal portrait, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I still don't know why they smell so strong. It's that strong alcoholic, intense smell, but they do produce some brilliant colours. So I suppose it's a good trade-off. This time I'd wanted to make the portrait feel electric, and it has a lot of intensity, and I wanted the artwork to reflect that. There's a lot of bright yellows, blues, pinks, deep reds, etc. Building everything up gradually until the portrait feels alive. So one of the things I enjoy most about using these markers is that you never quite know where you're going to take you. Sometimes you begin with one idea and it just changes direction completely. If you're enjoying this video so far, I really appreciate it if you can smash that like button and subscribe to the Portrait Guru, especially if you're new here. I post regular portrait drawings, time lapses, how to draw tutorials, and there's plenty of more artwork and videos on the way. But back to the portrait. As the layers start building, his likeness starts appearing. There's usually one point of the portrait where everything suddenly stops looking like random shapes and colours and starts actually looking like the person you're trying to draw. It's almost like someone flicks the switch. You suddenly feel this is the portrait that I've been producing, and this is exactly who it's meant to look like. And then suddenly everything comes together, which is pretty good. Get the cross full of energy, trying to be bold, bright, graphical. And then scoring that winning goal in the World Cup final was one of those moments that will probably live forever. So this portrait was a way of just capturing that moment. So once the traditional drawing was finished, it's time for the digital stage. I always scan my portrait and artwork into Photoshop afterwards. So I remove the pencil lines, I tidy up the imperfections, adjust the levels, camera raw filter to make the colour stand out a bit more. So it's just the finishing touches, just to really make the portrait pop. And if you haven't seen my Lamine Yamal portrait, definitely go and check that one out in the top right after this. That was another really colourful piece. And I talk about the creative process, the marker experiment, and why I nearly left the entire portrait using one colour. I generally did love this World Cup. There was a lot of drama, a lot of goals, some teams that did better than others. This Ferran Torres is the last individual portrait of this series, but there's just one more planned after this one. I'm going to bring everything together into a single World Cup portrait time-lapse, which covers all the portraits that I've done before into a complete time-lapse collection. All of the players, all of the drawings, just one video to wrap up the entire series and also to say goodbye to World Cup 2026. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you're subscribed. But I'd love to know which portrait has been your favourite as well. Was it Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Mbappe, Messi, Lamine Yamal, or maybe this Ferran Torres portrait? Let me know down in the comments section. And of course, what do you think of this finished portrait? Thanks so much for watching, and I really do highly recommend you checking out this video coming up.